What Darwin did was to explain how all the species we observed were related and how they were all descendants of the same ancestors. Descent with modification gradually over very, very long periods, leading to different species, some becoming extinct, while others thrived. The mechanism was natural selection, survival of the fittest to the environment.
Selection is an idea. It says basically, as Darwin himself wrote in his notebooks, 3 principles will account for all. Grandchildren like grandfathers, he said. He should have said grandparents. That means there's some principle of heredity out there. And then he said that there's a tendency for variation. Only those organisms best able to cope with the environment, to get those resources, to resist being eaten by something else and so forth, will be the ones who tend to survive and to reproduce.
These remain the basic tenets of the prevailing view of evolution to this day, even if we've introduced many small variations and additional explanations. And new evidence since the publication of the book has tended to support Darwin's views. Variations are disagreements in detail, not on the overarching premise. A prime case in point would be the view advanced by the late Stephen Jay Gould and Niles Eldredge about punctuated equilibria.
Punctuated equilibria is a theory that I developed with Stephen Jay Gould in the 1970s. Darwin left us pretty much with a picture that as you go through time, things will inevitably change. Environmental change and natural selection will make things change slowly and gradually through time. And what we said is that evolution is true, but species tend to remain more stable than Darwin was suggesting is the case. So what we're saying is that species stay stable, and then when evolution happens, it tends to be relatively rapid in splitting events, and then there's more stability. So it goes more like this than it goes like this.
So what was Darwin's view of the relationships between species? Actually, we know. He drew this important little sketch of the tree of life emerging from a common ancestor. It's amazing how the modern view is so similar to Darwin's original sketch.